Welcome to ISTV English News Bulletin. I'm RK Premrose and let's go straight to the headlines. Main agenda for development should be enrichment of language, culture and literature of the state, says Deputy Chief Minister Gai Khangam. And team of Manipur Amateur Photo Club leaves Imphal for Siroy on an expedition. Now the news in detail. Deputy Chief Minister Gai Khangam has categorically said that a state or a nation cannot be considered as fully developed, though well-educated, as the main agenda for development should be the enrichment of language, culture and literature of the state or the nation. He said this during the inaugural function of the 88th Annual Conference of the Manipur Sahitya Parishad held at the hall of the Jain Manipur Dance Academy today. Education Minister M. Ukendro, President of the Parishad Professor Thoidingjam Tombi and many distinguished persons also attended the function. As part of the function, 2 journals on literature, one dedicated to the late noted lyricist and music composer B. Jayantakumar Sharma and the other entitled Manipur Ishay Seirengna Horakpa Amasung Chaukhatlakpa were released by the dignitaries. Besides, a seminar based on the life and literature of Nongthambam Krishna Mohan was also held. Professor N. Tombi was the moderator at the seminar. Addressing the gathering, Gai Khangam further said, though Manipur is a tiny state, it is not only excellent in literature, but also an avant-garde in the field. Besides, Manipur has its rich literature. Lauding the role played by the Manipur Sahitya Parishad, Gai Khangam assured of consulting with the Chief Minister on the recurring grant demanded by the Parishad without fail.
Manipuri Sahitya Parishad na piri contribution se adumatik yam hajeriba. Punamak se koi subject ase khara dry oiba. Akai Manipuri semai tawgal. Maru yam oiba. Aduga adubu yam na dum dam ga tawdana kari haini tawdaba aduga mahi manai ka se yam thokdaba pot orebadi mayam se irak la ningdaba. Ada khwaidigi maru oibadi si oiba. Bebam Sakatpa, Samas Sakatpa, Sakra Doris, Sinato labor. Individual officer labor, minister military labor, Aduga, Nadasu, individual labor, Lebak Sakapayadi. I could literature say, Masi Sakata Bakanda. I individual Gaikangam in a Sakapayai, Leg Habayai. But Gaikangam belong to Rongmei or Manipuri Sakali Highway.
In his speech, Minister M. Ukendro said the state government is making all efforts to develop Manipuri language. He further said a cash prize of 5 lakh rupees will be given for the Lifetime Achievement Award for Literature to the selected noted writer of the state on Language Day, which falls on August 20 from this year onward.
Loan is the state Sarkar language Directorate of Language Planning and Implementation Manipur Linkachagre Sigi Makadasu. Ekoi packet payaba thabak thoram kaya packet chari lona ekoi na pujari ba department sigi makhada Manipur State Award for Literature hana lupa lakh ama piramado khoi mamang da chahi ani ahum gi mamang da ekoi na pujaraba matungda lupa lakh ahum da hengatuna chahi kuding gi pijari lona na lupa lakh manga yoba Manipur State Lifetime Achievement Award A
15-member team of Manipur Amateur Photo Club on an expedition to Siroy Hills in Ukhrul district was flagged off by President-elect of All Manipur Working Journalists Union, Wangkhemcha Samjai from Press Club today. The expedition is led by Group Editor of Imphal Free Press, Pradeep Panjobam, and senior journalist Yambam Laba. Leaders of the team said the team will conduct a study of Siroy Hills on the changes taking place affecting the ecological balance and present the findings to the general public in an attempt to enhance their awareness. President-elect of Amju, Samjai said journalists have a key role to play in spreading awareness on the growing ecological imbalance and wished the expedition a grand success.
Climate efficiency matamda kogi karamba kogi dura lay nation basat ko pare dia kogi hanai bau sare ba sakam dike kaithara pura adi hengal pura habiti karamba kogi tungda ko 50% to wanga sen re thabak bau sare khan kaidra thangu gi mari leina gasi sumba ko experience masi tapani.
Well, a 2-day seminar on child trafficking, armed conflicts, Indian legal system and international law commenced at the Royal Academy of Law, Oinam. Registrar of Manipur University, N. Lokendro, attended the inaugural ceremony of the seminar. And a blessing-seeking ceremony for INC candidate of 7 Kaithilmanvi District Council constituency, Laminthang Kipgint, was organized at Champhald Khul yesterday. Chairman of Kangpokpi Block Congress Committee, Thongklal Hang Singh, hoisted the party flag. Members of Kaithilmanvi Village Authority, women unions and youth organization and villagers attended the function. Crompton Greaves Consumer Products and its dealer in Manipur, Yai Associates, launched a range of household appliances at a function hosted at Sangai Hall at the Hotel Imphal by the Classics North AOC. The Assistant General Manager of Crompton Greaves Guwahati Branch, Laishram Gopeshwar, Deputy Manager of Crompton Greaves Consumer North East, Saurav Kalita, and proprietor of Yai Enterprises N. Irabanta were among those who attended the launching ceremony. The items launched included press ironed, mixer grinder, cooler and geyser. Laishram Gopeshwar said the company has been producing a wide range of power, industrial and consumer appliances. Besides India, the technology and products of Crompton Greaves are being used with satisfaction by consumers in Canada, Indonesia and African countries. Deputy Speaker of Manipur Legislative Assembly M.K. Prashaw has been elected as the next President of Indian National Trade Union Congress Manipur branch. On the other hand, MLA of Tamai AC Z. Kikhonbo will serve as a working president, while Yumnam Rana Pratap was chosen as a new General Secretary. On the other hand, the problems of non-availability of drinking water and pathetic condition of the road that remain unattended for a long time in the Koireng colony in Thangweiban area have been solved by the MLA of the constituency. For this good work, Secretary of the Village Church, Rankhosild, has expressed gratitude and thanks to the MLA. He also hoped that the MLA would continue to look after the various shortages of the village in future too.
कोई खुलक लेरक तो इसिंग सी कोई थीरमे पब्लिक हाइड्रेन सरकता अमामदसु कोई चलगा थीरमे अदबु ngasi di isona chambi bagi adubu MLA ne khobu nusi bebigi maramna ekoi gi laikai sida public hydrant phe thambire asigida makta ekoi hojiti yam nungai ni ising se sijinare awana dagi yam koe
ngasi phau chahi yangkhai gi manung sida koilas tharak pasing ngasi na ahan mani aduga ekoi gi ising gi awaba kaya su mayok narami ising lege ba phau ekoi phangba ngamdaba matang lei adu mahakna ekoi gi awaba khangbiraga ngasi public hydrant sibana pinabire mana bibiraga ngasi de ekoi ising gi awat pa karisu leitre adu mabu hainingai leitana ekoi na thagatsai.
In connection with the International Day of Biodiversity, essay and painting competition organized by Manipur Biodiversity Board and Forest Department under the aegis of National Biodiversity Authority of India were held at the CC Higher Secondary School today. Students of class 9 and 10 participated in the essay competition on the topic Biodiversity for Sustainable Development. Students of class 1 to 5 and class 6 to 10 in 2 categories took part in the painting competition. Assistant Conservator of Forest C.H. Ibomcha said the competitions are also being held in 5 Hill District. The competitions are organized to make the young students aware of biodiversity, without which man cannot live.
Biodiversity Hingbangamo, Maramasina, Sigi, Wakalunsi, Nawa, Angangsing, students in the Sukangan with the Gipanda, Sigi, ACM Su Painting Committee, Pantuksam.
Selection of candidates for undergoing BVSC and AH course for the reserved seats of Manipur State will be solely made on the basis of the result of the All India Pre-Veterinary Test conducted by the Veterinary Council of India from the academic session of 2015 to 16. The test is scheduled to be held on June 20 next at TG Higher Secondary School, Imphal. The last date for online submission of forms is April 15 by accessing www.aipvt.vci.nic.in and www.vci.nic.in. No separate examination for the state will be conducted. Director of Veterinary and Animal Husbandry Services, Manipur, Dr. N. Rajendra, informed in a press release. Now let's take a short break.
I'm ready.
Telero.
Editor car late.
Some say hujik pudi perfectly straight ado kankhar kandadi freezy.
Relax. Perfectly straight.
Aina semi anauba Sunsilk perfectly straight with straight lock technology maramdi. Some kankraba matung dasu align straight oina laina bagidama.
Wow, hujik su straight oirina.
Straight and gorgeous. Sunsilk perfect straight. Lock top you, rock top you.
The State Cabinet in its next meeting is likely to take a decision on holding special examination for Class 10 and 12 students who were not allowed to appear in the CBSE examination this year due to the negligence of the authorities of their own schools, said a source from the Department of Education. The source further said the Cabinet will also take a decision on abolition of CCE by the Council. The fact-finding team on the CBSE controversy, which was headed by the Director of Education as its chairman, has recommended holding of a one-time special examination for the students. If the Cabinet gives its approval to the recommendation of the fact-finding team, then the BOSEM and COSEM will hold special examination for the students in June. The examination will follow the syllabus prescribed by the State Board and Council. Well, members of Lions Club 14 have donated a sum of ₹2 lakh to the relief fund for the Nepal earthquake. And the 11 Laishram Gauramani Memorial Award for the visually handicapped and reception ceremony of the participants at the 19th National Sports Meet for Blind was held at the Ideal Blind School Takkel today. Minister for Social Welfare A.K. Mirabai, member of Takkel Zilla Parishad Manilaima, former functional manager of Commerce and Industry Sanasem Birendro, Lion M. Gojendra of Lions Club, Imphal Greater and Padma Shri Laishrem Nabakishore attended as the main invitees at the function, which was organized by the Welfare Association for Blind Takil. Maibam Ranbir of Thanga Lawai Khongnang Makhong Maning Lekai was conferred the Laishram Gauramani Memorial Award, which carries a citation, a memento and a cash incentive of ₹10,000. Participants of the National Sports Meet for Blind were honoured at the function and presented gifts. Speaking at the function, Minister A.K. Mirabai said the contribution of persons with disabilities is crucial in leading our society in the right direction. She announced that the funds for construction of office building for the Welfare Association for Blind Manipur will be sanctioned and the construction will be completed within 6 months.
Makoigi moral character makoigi kudingmakta aikoina mapung phana saugat pibagi tangai phadaba lei haibase ngasigi award asina masak sengna takdibani aduna nakoigi wakalonda nungaitaba nungnangbagi wakal thadokuna leiba kariguba ma darkar oiba leiragasu nakoi hana sauganu strike hana tawganu leiba mayam singnase tanaraga sima yadre haibado ngasi memorandum piraga sigai sembiu haibase thaba oina ikoi yam tuna bangthokna ba atuba yabagai loina tuna bangthorake khatan tappa yabaduna sini haibado understanding the sachi bi awat pa lerpa matamda semgat pangamdabada hena warakani aduna leiba mayam sing koi na koi ki gajian oina leiba ingonda anytime any moment na koi na haiba kuding magda ai yari makai thaba oina onthokna basu honage.
Let's have some national and international news. The Pakistani Taliban today claimed responsibility for shooting down a military helicopter, killing 6 people, including the Norwegian and Philippine envoys, and said Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif was their target. The helicopter was shot down by an anti-aircraft missile, killing pilots and many foreign ambassadors, an Urdu language statement emailed by their main spokesman, Mohammad Karanasi, said. It was not immediately possible to verify the claim, but the Gilgit-Baltistan region, Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, where the chopper came down, is not known as a stronghold for the militant organization. Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif was travelling to the mountainous northern region of Gilgit on a separate aircraft to launch 2 projects when the accident happened. He returned to Islamabad. His office said the military helicopter crashed into a school with children inside and set the building ablaze. The army said as officials warned that casualties could rise. During his trip to China next week, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be accompanied, sources said, by the Chief Minister of 3 or 4 states, a major gesture by Mr. Modi, officials said, to put his vision of cooperative federalism put into practice in foreign policy for the first time by involving states in international engagement. The Prime Minister will spend from Thursday to Saturday in China, sources said, President Xi Jinping, and he will announce a new initiative for dialogue between regional leaders of both countries. Mr. Modi will travel to Beijing Beijing, Shanghai and the historic northern city of Xi'an. The focus of his trip will be largely on business. China is India's biggest trading partner with two-way commerce totaling close to $70 billion. But India's trade deficit with China has soared from just $1 billion in 2001 to 2 to more than $40 billion. Well, the death toll following the devastating earthquake that hit Nepal on April 25th has reached 7,912, according to the latest update made available by Nepali Home Ministry on Saturday. A total of 17,871 people were injured in the quake. A total of 2,97,266 houses were fully damaged and 10,803 government buildings collapsed in the quake. Besides, at least 264 Nepali nationals and 111 foreigners have been missing after the disaster. On the other hand, the family of Gajendra Singh, who was died at an Aam Aadmi Party rally in April, expressed happiness at party chief Arvind Kejriwal-led Delhi government's move to name the farmers' compensation scheme after him, saying he has become immortal. Delhi government has named the farmer compensation scheme Gajendra Singh Kisan Sayatna Yojana after the Rajasthan-based farmer who had allegedly hanged himself at an AAP rally at Jantar Mantar in April. Delhi government has taken a good initiative by naming farmer compensation scheme after him and respected our feeling by accepting demands made by us, Gajendra's uncle Gopal Singh said. No more animal names like swine flu, monkeypox and mad cow. Avoid place names like Spanish flu, Rift Valley fever, West Nile virus, Lyme disease and Ebola, a river in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Do not use people's names like Chagas, Roots-Felt-Jacob, Alzheimer and Lou Gehrig. And infectious maladies named after groups or occupation, Legionnaire's disease and Butcher's word henceforth are out. Concerned about the inaccuracies and stigmas that names of illnesses can confer upon people, animals, regions and economies, the World Health Organization on Friday announced best practices for naming new human infectious diseases. It called on scientists, national authorities and the media to heed the recommendation. Australian police on Saturday said it had foiled a terror strike planned for Mother's Day on Sunday and arrested a 17-year-old for plotting multiple bomb attacks in the heart of Melbourne. Police said they seized 3 pipe bombs from the boy's bedroom during a raid at the Greenvale family home after learning an attack was allegedly planned for Sunday. The bombs were taken to a nearby park and detonated by the Victoria Police Bomb Squad, according to the media reports. India will seek abolition of non-tariff barriers during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to China next week, officials said, as part of efforts to reduce a widening trade deficit and boost local industry. New Delhi wants greater market access in sectors such as pharmaceuticals, IT services and farm products, including bovine meat. Trade Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said on Friday. India buys more than 60% of its bulk drugs from China, mainly to produce generic drugs, but Beijing has not taken enough steps to ease rules to allow access to Indian generics exported to more than 150 countries. Well, days ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Made in China visit, the Pentagon on Friday told the U.S. Congress that despite improved political and economic relations between the two Asian giants, India-China border tensions remain. Despite increases in China-India political and economic relation, tensions remain along their shared 4,057-kilometer border, most notably over Arunachal Pradesh, which Beijing asserts is part of Tibet and therefore of China, and over the Assite Chind region at the western end of the Tibetan plateau, the Pentagon said in its latest report to the Congress. In October 2013, Chinese and Indian officials signed the Border Defense Cooperation Agreement, which supplements existing procedures managing the interaction of forces along the line of actual control, the report noted. Before we end up the bulletin, let's have the headlines once again. Main agenda for development should be enrichment of language, culture and literature of the state, says Deputy Chief Minister Gai Khangam, and team of Manipur Amateur Photo Club leaves Imphal for Shiroi on an expedition. That's all we have for now. Keep watching ISTV News.